Another cultural perspective is something called high and low context theory. One of the luminaries of cross-cultural communication is someone by the name of Edward Hall. And the area he pioneered is the concept of high and low context culture. If a culture is homogeneous, meaning people are mostly the same race, religion, etc., minimal immigration of those outside this group, if people interact with people who are like them for generations, their communication develops so that words aren't needed for many meanings. The context of the situation provides the information about what is proper or about how one is expected to behave. How close is the person in kinship to you? What's the social status of the person? What's the age difference? Where is the communication taking place? Is it at work? Is it at home? Who else is present there for that communication? In a high context culture, where it's a homogeneous culture, all of these contextual issues will shape what's being communicated, how you should behave, and what you should expect in return. And if much is communicated through context, then explicit words aren't needed. Just like if you had been living with someone for many years, words aren't needed to communicate many things. And in fact, if someone uses words, it's seen as inappropriate or almost offensive. You should know that. But if you're not familiar with the contextual clues, you may offend people who wonder how you could be so insensitive and clueless. Now, in a low context culture where there has not been many centuries of shared traditions, understanding of context can't be assumed. Explicit words must be used to specifically say what's expected. There are few assumptions based on the situation or relationship of the people in a low context culture. And the United States is more of a low context culture. Continual immigration and mixing of groups means we have to say things very specifically, like you do when you've never met someone and cannot assume that you share any background. Issues of high and low context are often sources of cross-cultural miscommunication.